Israel has repelled a massive Iranian aerial attack, but warns the campaign is not over. I asked Middle East analyst Ksenia Svetlova what she thinks is behind Iran's attack.
Well, I think that it's quite clear that Iran is basically in the same game just like Israel. It wants to project power, and it afraid that if it will not retaliate for this incident in Damascus, where its top generals were killed, then in the eyes of the rest of the Middle East, where it tries to build its proxy and its camp, it will look weak. So while Israel had to act also to achieve, this projection of power, so was the Iranian answer. And we saw that it was, massive, but also rather limited in scope. If they wanted to inflict pain on Israel, they could do it through their proxies in Lebanon, Syria, and other countries.
So a whole lot of military posturing here is what you're saying. You served in the Knesset as opposition until 2019. How far is Netanyahu's government willing to go in a reaction?
Well, you have to remember that Netanyahu is not alone right now in his place of decision-making. There is a quite popular and rather strong Minister of Defense, Yoav Gallant, who already proved time and again independence. And there is also Minister Benny Gantz, who basically is a part of the opposition, who joined Netanyahu only after the tragic events of 10/7. So the decision that he will be making it along with these people. And therefore, it's not only Netanyahu and his right-wing members of his coalition that will be deciding what will be the scope of reaction, if at all. And I assure you that it seems that coordination between Israel and the US is back on track. And in this regard, we are expecting, of course, negotiation in regards to any form of Israeli reaction in Iran.
What about when it comes to Israel's allies' calls for restraint, though?
Well, it's natural that now, the whole of the Middle East is very worried. And we know that even sometimes simpler steps, they can bring along major wars. I just have to remind that the assassination attempt on the Israeli ambassador in London in 1982 caused the war in Lebanon in June 1982. So therefore, I think that the Israeli allies, at the same time, while they were fighting shoulder to shoulder along with the Israelis, Israeli fighters, Israeli jets. And they proved resilience of this alliance yesterday. At the same time, nobody is interested in this large regional war. Not the Iranians themselves, but of course, not partners of Israel. And I think that Israel, of course, should be attentive to the voices of its close allies that, again, proved that the nature of their relations is much stronger, that it sometimes look through the TV screens.
But so far, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has not been listening to his allies. Tell me then, how dependent is Israel on its allies? Can it afford to continue to ignore?
Well, I think that, we are entered into very different territory than until recently. While Netanyahu feels that he is perhaps not obliged to listen to basically anybody, not only Middle Eastern allies, but also strong international allies such as United States, Germany, and the UK. When we entered this uncharted territory, the direct blows between Israel and Iran, this is a whole different story. And we know from the past that while Netanyahu at some point maybe was inclining to some kind of blow against the Iran, he knew that it's impossible to be done without strong American support and involvement. So therefore, if we are talking about, further escalation that can bring along, this regional war, I think that even for Netanyahu, and again, he's ready to go very far in many different spheres, such as Gaza, of course, but not, for example, in the north, where Iranian proxy Hezbollah is involved. And we see that for the last 6 months, there is this very delicate game of the balance act that is going on. And the same, I think, will happen right now also vis-a-vis Iran.
Ksenia, then tell me, how worried are you about a possible escalation?
Well, as an Israeli, as a mother who spent last night, it was a sleepless night. I was not affected by myself, by the attack in my area in the center of Israel. There were no sirens going on, but of course, I was following up, and we prepared our shelter. And I was thinking how I'm going to drag 3 of my kids to the shelter in the middle of the night. I am very worried. And I am very worried about everything that is happening in our country since the barbaric attack of Hamas of 10/7. I'm worried about our further relations, with moderate Palestinians, because we should be promoting them and focusing on the relations with moderate Palestinians, moderate Arab countries, and strengthening the alliance between all of them. And for now, it seems as almost impossible task, but we should not give up on that.
Ksenia Svetlova, thank you for being here on DW.
Thank you.